Starting a business may sound appealing, but behind the glamour lie countless lurking traps. Many have embarked on the journey full of hope, only to collapse within the first few months. Not because of bad ideas, but due to a lack of essential preparation. A single wrong decision can cost an entire career. Before diving into that fierce game, what's needed isn't capital, but the right mindset and a solid strategy. Every opportunity has limits. Those who master the fundamentals will go the furthest. Starting off correctly isn't a choice, it's mandatory. And this is the first principle to be etched in your mind. Part 1. Do what you love. Begin with a non-negotiable truth in entrepreneurship. If you don't love what you do, you'll soon fall away. Love for your product, service, or industry is a never-ending fuel, especially during the worst times. It keeps you steady when others doubt you and helps you push forward, even when results don't show. Loving your work isn't romantic. It's what keeps you going, even when no one pays you. That's true grit. Love for your work gets you out of bed each morning with excitement. When you love what you do, you radiate energy that spreads to both customers and teammates. You make them believe. And when belief forms, transactions happen. That's why successful entrepreneurs often show passion to the point of obsession. They don't do it because they have to. They do it because without it, they feel meaningless. That's the core driver of perseverance. This love must be proven through practical action. Ask yourself, are you willing to spend 5 to 10 years building this? Can you do it all day without boredom? If not, choose again. Entrepreneurship isn't for those who want to try it out. Only when you truly love the field will you have the desire to dive deep, understand users, and create tirelessly. The difference doesn't come from funding, but from inspiration and depth of thought in your work. Don't choose an industry because of trends. Don't chase money and abandon passion, because when storms hit, only passion keeps you grounded. Remember, your product is an extension of you. If you're not emotionally invested, the product will lack soul, and users can feel that. Customers don't buy what you sell, they buy the reason you created it. If that reason is love, persistence, and faith, they will follow. That's how brands are born, from inner strength, not advertising budgets. Part 2. Maintain a stable income. Don't jump into entrepreneurship by diving off a bridge without knowing how to swim. A deadly mistake is quitting your job too soon. Keep your current job as a financial life jacket during the early unstable phase. Every business needs time to generate positive cash flow. During that period, you'll need to cover operations, marketing, production, and personal expenses. Without stable income, you can't think big or make decisions freely. Side income gives strategic flexibility. Entrepreneurship is like running a marathon while carrying your own water. If you don't bring enough, meaning money, you'll collapse midway despite your efforts. A stable job keeps you from making desperate decisions like slashing prices, taking high-interest loans, or pausing operations. It helps you stay mentally strong and not let money dictate every choice. When your mindset is stable, you'll make wiser decisions and build a business model with depth and longevity. Beyond money, keeping your job helps maintain discipline and organizational thinking. It forces you to optimize time, multitask, and prioritize goals. These are invaluable skills early in a startup when you are the CEO, admin, and marketing all in one. A full-time job isn't a burden, it's strength training for your mental endurance. You're not running from it, you're training within it for the bigger game ahead. Set up a smart exit plan, not to escape your job, but to gradually transition. Define milestones. When your business earns enough, when you have 6 months of financial reserves, when your business model is proven. When these signs are clear, you can leave your job proactively instead of burning the boat, not knowing what's on the other shore. The entrepreneurial dream is real, but the journey must be meticulously programmed. Part 3. Build a support ecosystem. Never view entrepreneurship as a solo journey. No one builds something great alone. No matter how skilled you are, you'll hit limits in expertise, vision, and emotion. That's when a support ecosystem becomes your competitive advantage. You need people who challenge, critique, and push you forward. You need those who believe in you when you doubt yourself. This ecosystem isn't your staff, it's the energy that fuels your tough journey ahead. A strong ecosystem includes 3 layers. Companions, those who share your vision and act with you. Mentors, experienced guides who bring insight. And service experts, professionals who solve technical problems. Define each role clearly. Don't confuse friends with collaborators or emotional supporters with strategic partners. A true companion commits, not just empathizes. A real mentor has lived experience, not hollow advice. Building this network doesn't happen by chance. You must actively seek, expand connections, show your ambition, and the value you bring. No one wants to help someone vague or unserious. Be clear with yourself, and you'll attract those on the same wavelength. Ask yourself, who do I need to make this model viable? Who can help me move faster without losing direction? And give before you receive. A lasting network is built on trust, not casual invites. Let go of the I can do everything mindset. Ego is the enemy of effective entrepreneurship. Be humble about what you're not good at and learn to ask the right people. One capable person doesn't equal a team that's good enough and synergistic. Your ecosystem doesn't need to be large, it needs to be quality. 3 right people can take you further than 10 mediocre ones. Your business's growth correlates with the quality and depth of your surrounding ecosystem. Nurture this ecosystem through sincere, purposeful connection. Don't only reach out when you need something. Share progress, celebrate wins, respect their time and value. An ecosystem isn't a cold network. It's a community that believes in your journey. When you have people who not only help you survive, but thrive, you're not just building a startup. You're creating an irreplaceable foundation. Part 4. Build a customer network before launching. One of the most common mistakes is waiting until everything is perfect to find customers. That's too late. Customers shouldn't arrive only when you're ready. They should be there while the idea is still forming. Early engagement helps you validate market needs, refine the product, and begin building trust. Don't build a castle in the dark. Let your customers be the light that guides you. The market doesn't exist in plans. It lives in real feedback. Early engagement gives you something priceless. Real user behavior data. Not guesses, observations. How do they react? How much are they willing to pay? What makes them hesitant? Their feedback helps you optimize the product, message, and process before launch. Moreover, these first customers are the seed of a loyal community. They've witnessed your early journey, and if served well, they become your most authentic promoters. You don't need a grand network. Start with your closest circle, friends, colleagues, online communities where your target audience gathers. Share value. Tell the story of what you're doing and why it's worth a try. But remember, don't sell, connect. When you convey I understand you, customers open up. When you spark this is for me, they seek you out. Networks grow from emotional connection, not ads. During this early phase, collect emails, pre-orders, survey feedback, any signs of real interest. These aren't just positive signals, they're indicators of your idea's health. If no one's interested early on, you may need to pivot. Early customer interest also serves as proof for raising capital or recruiting a team. It's an asset, not a wish. You're not just building an idea, you're building trust in the market. Lastly, create a nurturing mechanism. Send updates, invite them to beta tests, ask for more feedback. Don't see them as numbers. They are the first to believe in you when you had nothing. Make them part of the story, so that when the product officially launches, they're not just buyers, they're partners. A small, engaged, loyal community is the biggest growth lever you can build before having anything to sell. Part 5. Develop a business plan with clear goals. Without a map, you can't navigate. A business plan isn't for show. It's something you live with daily. It helps you turn ideas into strategy into action. You must clearly define who you serve, what problem you solve, how you'll do it, in what time frame, and what resources you need. Anything not written down remains speculation. A good plan isn't complicated. It's clear, realistic, and measurable. It's a survival tool, not a formality. Start with your customer profile. No one sells to everyone. Clearly identify who they are, where they are, what problems they face, and what they want most. From that, develop a value proposition, a clear promise of why customers should choose you over others. Every word in your plan should revolve around this question. Am I creating something people will pay for? If there's no willingness to pay, your idea has no business value. Next is your revenue model. How do you make money? One time, recurring, through ads, bundled services? Understanding your revenue model helps you identify financial levers and avoid relying on unsustainable sources. You must calculate operating costs, profit margins, and payback time. Without numbers, you're just being positive. Don't guess, calculate. When everything is clear on paper, you control the business instead of being led by emotions. Distribution and customer acquisition channels are essential. You can't build a great product without a way for people to discover it. Your business plan must specify your chosen channels: online, offline, partnerships, intermediaries. Each channel requires matching budget, content, people, and tools. Don't be vague. Detail each step as if speaking to a skeptical investor. When distribution is clear, you can proactively manage growth. A business plan is a living organism. It's not static. It needs review, updates, and adjustments based on reality. Set up a measurement system, KPIs, financial indicators, customer feedback, team performance. Monthly or quarterly, compare your plan with reality. The gap is where you must improve. Don't fear change. A plan isn't to follow blindly, it's a map you can revise with new data. What matters most is knowing where you're headed and why. Part 6. Conduct serious market research. Entrepreneurship isn't a game of gut feelings. You can't toss a product into the market and hope people accept it. Everything must start with real research. Set aside the mindset of, I think they'll like it, and replace it with, I know exactly what they need. The market is competitive and fast-changing. Only those who deeply understand consumer behavior, industry trends, and unmet gaps can survive and grow. Market research starts with asking the right questions. Who is the target customer? What solutions are they already paying for? What unresolved problems do they still face? Data sources include surveys, interviews, online behavior tracking, trend analysis, or simply real-world observation. Don't sit and analyze in a room. Go out, listen, ask a lot, and continuously update your thinking based on what you gather. Closely examine competitors. What are they doing well? What have they missed? What are their prices? Who are their customers? Which channels do they use? Not to copy, but to position yourself. Differentiation doesn't come from wild creativity, but from solving problems better, faster, or cheaper. If you don't know who's out there, you'll be outplayed as soon as you step out of your comfort zone. Understanding competitors helps clarify your unique edge. Beyond knowing buyers, you must grasp industry trends. What technologies are emerging? What new regulations might affect the market? What consumer habits are shifting? These forecasts help you make strategic decisions about timing, pricing, distribution, and even product design. The deeper your understanding, the better you'll adapt when risks arise. Flexibility comes not from luck, but from a solid knowledge foundation. Market research isn't a one-time task, it's an ongoing process. Regularly survey customers, track sales data, monitor social feedback, and analyze real behaviors. The market changes, customers change, new needs emerge. You must constantly adjust your product, messaging, and strategy to match. Those who research deeper, faster, and respond more flexibly will win. Guessers will be eliminated. Part 7. Utilize professional services instead of doing everything yourself. Entrepreneurship is a time when you need to handle many things, but that doesn't mean you should do everything alone. The truth is, you can't excel at everything. Taking on every role, from accounting, legal, design to operations, will exhaust you and lead to avoidable mistakes. Acknowledge your limits. Wisdom lies not in doing it all, but in knowing when to delegate to those better than you. Successful entrepreneurs focus on what they do best. Identify the tasks that should be outsourced to optimize performance and quality. Areas like tax accounting, legal consulting, brand identity design, and website development are often better left to experts. Not only can they do it faster, but they also help you avoid risks. A minor mistake in a contract can cost you a major opportunity. An unprofessional design can undermine customer trust. The cost of professionalism isn't an expense, it's an investment. When outsourcing, don't just look for the cheapest option. Find people with hands-on experience who understand your industry and are willing to work with you long-term. Set clear expectations, communicate transparently, and require concrete results. Effective collaboration gives you more time to focus on strategy, product, and customers. You can't build a great company if you're stuck in small tasks. Let professionals do their work so you can focus on building something bigger. Part 8. Accumulate and mobilize capital flexibly. A startup cannot exist without capital, but capital doesn't always have to come from outside. Start with your own resources, personal savings, liquid assets, or income from your current job. When you're willing to invest in yourself, you demonstrate a level of commitment no investor can match. Initial capital doesn't need to be large, but it must be used wisely. Focus on what creates outcomes: core product, customer access, and initial experience. Once you've tapped internal resources, broaden your thinking. There are more funding channels than you might think. Family, friends, crowdfunding communities, strategic partners, even customers who pay in advance. What matters is that you have a clear story, specific goals, and a transparent plan. Don't be vague. No one wants to invest in a dream that's still undefined. And remember, fundraising isn't just about money. It's a test of your persuasion skills, ability to inspire, and strategic thinking. When seeking external funding, Protect your equity and control. Don't trade your company's soul for a few $100 million. Learn how to negotiate, understand the terms, and if needed, seek help from a financial advisor. A bad investment deal can tie your hands for the entire journey. Capital should be a lever, not a chain. If used wisely, it propels your business upward. If not, it pulls you away from your original mission. Part 9. Show professionalism from day one. Customers don't judge you by your size, they judge you by the experience you provide. From the very first steps, act like a real business. A professional email address, a clear website, and a well-designed business card. These are small details that leave a big impression. People trust those who take things seriously. Professionalism is proof that you're worth believing in. Don't wait to grow before doing things right. Do things right, even while you're still small. Professionalism also shows in how you respond, communicate, and handle situations. Reply to emails on time, make calls on schedule, and keep promises to clients. Don't let busyness blur your values. Reputation doesn't come from grand campaigns, but from small actions repeated consistently with respect. You're building a brand, not just a product, and that brand begins with how you behave each day. Customers will feel it. Part 10. Build a strong legal framework. A business not recognized by law is a ticking time bomb. You must ensure your model is legally registered and compliant with current regulations. This not only gives you peace of mind to grow, but also opens doors to partnerships, business bank accounts, contracts, and fundraising. Don't overthink it. Start with the basics. Tax ID, business type, initial financial obligations. Doing it right from the start saves you from paying the price later. Beyond registration, create a legal foundation for operations, employment contracts, terms of service, data privacy policies. These help manage risks when disputes arise. Consult a lawyer or expert if needed. Legal compliance isn't a barrier, it's armor that protects you from market surprises. A wise entrepreneur built a strong foundation before going high. You don't need to fear the law, you need to master it. Can passion alone keep someone from understanding capital isn't essential? Why do most ideas die just months in? Why act professional when you don't have a single customer? Does detailed planning actually bind us to conclusion? And is entrepreneurship for the masses? Thank you for watching the whole video. Please like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos.